Oh, hello. Oh, I've done it again. I wasn't paying no attention to it. But this thing got to be fixed. Let's take a look. Un momento, por favor. Muchas gracias, señores y señoras. ¿Por qué tú pegar, mamá? Lo siento. No pegar. Don't roll. Pan. Fried. Pan fried. I'm hungry. I need food. Maybe later. But first, let's get some of this Honkai going, you know what I mean? Know what I mean, bro? We still have story stuff to do. I had been grinding Simulated Universe for quite a while yesterday while I was working. Yeah. I had some stuff. It's pretty cool. Well. Done? Yours? What do we got here? We're almost done with all the week's missions. Oh, and Baidu as well. DJ, I want to ask. Do you know of any ways to grow taller? I'm not the one asking, okay? I'm asking for a patient. Who's the healer here? Stop interrupting. Stop it. I'm the one asking here. Just give me the answer. Drink more milk. That's a myth. I already tried. I drink puffer goat milk in all 3 meals. I have grown a total of zilch. You tried everything? Not really. That patient tried it. Nothing works. I understand. Finger hearts. La, ignoring you. That's adorable. Done. DJ, can you read this? You remember the weapon storage that you reported had something weird going on? I got a guard squad to head over there and have a look, and they discovered something you might be interested in. It'd be better to speak face to face. I'll wait for you at the same old spot in the restricted zone. Alright. On my way. Why, hello, Matronim. It's good to see you again, Matronime. Welcome back. It has been a long time. Handsome human. Oh, stop. Go on. Do go on, please. Go on. I need this. Go on. No. Welcome back. It's great to have you. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. A fantastic day and or night. I forgot to check Twitter a long time. Missed you. Oh, thank you. I missed you too. It's great to have you back with us. Yeah, so sometimes you gotta take a break from Twitch, you know? It is what it is. My Silvermane guard never found anything strange in the warehouse other than a few weird letters. We scanned them over, but nobody had any idea what they said. I think you might be able to get something out of them. Why don't I leave these with you? Yes, I checked up on that Stefan character you mentioned. There's no record of him among our registers, including retired Silvermane guards and veterans. Looks like I won't be able to help you out. If you want to conduct your own follow-up investigation, I wish you all the best. Quick read. Quick read. I don't know what letter it was. Maybe it was letter attached to the package. I don't know. We're gonna have to read all the ones that look letter shaped. A letter to all the Furnace Core base. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. It is such a huge document. Greetings, I'm Glenova, the fourth head of the Geomero Development Group. When the Eternal Freeze approached in the past, the Geomero stores on the surface were immediately consumed. Under the command of the Great Guardian Alyssa Rand, humanity began to march towards the unknown deep underground. That was when the Geomero Development Group was created with our great mission. My nemesis words, there's so many. If the Belobog historians were to write a record of the Geomero development, they would likely start from that time point. However, the truth of that was another group. The truth was that another group of pioneering explorers had dug underground before we did, and the arrival of the Eternal Freeze was long after them. The Supreme Guardian made the Geomero Development Group an important organization under the command of the Architects. Our job is always dig deeper and maintain a flow of Geomero to the surface so that Belobog can function. But apart from digging for Geomero, we have more important mission: to create a subterranean ecosystem. I have only heard about the sites in the underground from my father's letters. I could not tell what was real amongst his passionate and exaggerated descriptions, and yet, when I actually had a chance to join the group and start exploring, I finally discovered the things he said were no illusions. The group and I discovered a final unsent letter when we were sorting out his belongings. He wrote, Nova, I had never mentioned this to you, but I spent my childhood in the mountains far from Belobog. At the time, I felt the entire world belonged to me, and I could go anywhere I wanted. However, after the Eternal Freeze arrived, children of your generation never left Belobog. I thought perhaps we will discover oceans and mountain ranges underground. Perhaps in the future, we can also live underground. I really hope I can see that day together with you. Reading about underground mining? Interesting. I'm not a dwarf. I swear to God. It's not. Do you see me? Do you see a hammer? I don't have one. Or a pickaxe. I kept all the letters he sent me, including this one. I remember his wish, and I know I must fulfill it. With the Furnace Core Research Station as a base, we will keep excavating Geomero mines. At the end of this year, we will formally establish the first underground mining town. It is, however, only the first step. I hope more towns will appear underground in Belobog in the future, and we might even build cities as beautiful as Overworld. We might even connect all the regions above ground and underground using train rails, so the old world and the new world could not be separated. At that time, we will no longer have to crouch in tiny shelters to evade the snow, and we'll find where we truly belong in this new world. At the same time, the historical mission of the group is about to come to an end. The information we gathered will be used to explore the future, including our geological, mineralogical, and biological data, including the knowledge of flora, fauna, and microorganisms. As of now, most of us will temporarily return to our respective institutes for scientific research, but personally, I will definitely return to the underground after I retire in a few years. So chill, yet so many words. Yeah, right, ASMR. Could you repeat? I didn't listen. I didn't say that. You have to read the whole thing, please, if you could do that for me. Thank you. Therefore, there is no need to feel sad for the coming farewell. Simply wait till the Supreme Guardian renovates this place into the first transport channel connecting above and below ground. The small Furnace Core base will be completely changed and continue to shine for the mission of underground exploration. Until that time, our friend Big Svarog will protect this place for us so the traces we leave behind won't disappear. We know that though he doesn't talk much, he has always protected us with great loyalty. I believe he will keep his promise this time as well. He's our best compatriot. Everything with a beginning has an end. Now is the time to say goodbye. I salute you all, the Geomero Development Group, and all members of the Furnace Core Research Station. Head of the Geomero Development Group, Klenova. Klenova. That was not the letter we were looking for. Unsent letter? Let's try opening of a new temperate. No? God, I wish I knew which letter he gave me. Can I? Oh, filter. All collected. Oh no, no. Collecting? What does that mean? Oh, that means that they're not done. Customer notice from the Balloway, the miner's lamp. Notice from Balloway to stop the public appraisal of ancient relics. Okay, so that probably isn't it. The rise and fall of a mysterious creature that could have annihilated the underworld. That actually sounds like an interesting thing. Letter covertly sent by Natasha's brother. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's the letter they got in there. Dream Chaser's letter. An undelivered letter. You could even hear the sound of dreams shattering when opening this fragile envelope. I feel like this might be it. Bearded dad bod. Oh yeah. I forgot that is one of... Your food is ready? Okay, okay. Let's read this one. This might be what I'm looking for. Dear Mom, it's been so long. How are you faring? The heat system still seems to be in a bit of a problem lately. Not only the overworld, I've heard even the underworld was a little cold at night. Please take care of your body and don't catch cold. Oh wow, wait, that sounds like it's... I'm writing this letter to tell you that my listed overworld residence will be off the market soon. Also, I've settled the new shipfront in Rivet Town. I should be able to reopen the shop in 2 months when I return. I did a little bit of math and subtracted the money I needed to buy the shop front from the money I got from selling the house, as well as the debt I still owe. I still have around 800,000 credits to spare. Looks like I did make some money this trip to the overworld. When I left for the overworld, even selling everything I owned would have only amounted to 500,000. Goodness me, the properties in the overworld have been rising without fail. Even if I sold my current residence and bought a new one, the money I got from selling the house would just be enough for a down payment. It's pretty much the same when I arrived at the overworld. In those days, I had to scrap for pennies, only eating even half a Bellabog sausage when I had some extra money, and had to resort to drinking snow water to stave off the hunger. I really don't want to live that life anymore. Side note, I really don't want to have a Bellabog sausage for the rest of my life, no matter what flavor it is. I originally wanted to approach my real estate agent and haggle more, but forget it. I'll just start the clean slate. After all, the overworld life can eat you alive. I really don't want to stay there a minute longer. Especially that Bank of Bellabog. They're so ridiculous. It's only, what, a few days late? It's not like I wasn't going to pay the debt. When I took out the loan, they were all so amiable, and when it was time to collect the debt, they were almost going to swallow me alive. Rivettown's still the best with all our neighborly sensibilities. Talking about this stuff makes my blood boil. I'll stop going on about it. I'm heading home soon anyway. I plan to do what I used to do and open up a tiny daily sundry shop. I won't earn as much, but a simple life has its charms, unlike being in the overworld where work-life balance is barely a thought of mind. Look at me, talking about the overworld again. Never mind that, though. I finally got through the hardest part of it. Don't worry about me, Mom. I'll send you another letter when I'm done with everything here. Wishing you health and joy. Your dearest son, Robert Modric. Young Modric. Okay, maybe that did not have anything to do with any of this stuff. So this is all the stuff here. If I'm in Bellabog, so I believe this is all the things. Yeah, all the stuff for Yarlo. That's all the stuff for Xianzhou. Customer notice from Balloway. Maybe in that one. Letter attached to a package. Maybe it is about the rise and fall of a mysterious creature. Oh, it could be unsent letter recorded on a flimsy piece of sheet paper with a frigid cold and warmth of Bellabog of days past. It is a remnant of the past and some sort of testimony. That could be it. Really wish I would have read what the letter was called. The ancient paper letter was written on an already thin as butterfly wings, ready to crumble into dust at the slightest touch. Mom, by the time you receive this letter, the gifts I asked Betty to take home should also have arrived. I also can't come back to celebrate your birthday this year. The work here at the army is just too much, and I can't take a holiday. However, rest assured, we're pretty far from the front line, so we're quite safe. The Supreme Guardian herself has even been commanding the troops for the past few months. Everyone is working at their posts, so I can't really sneak off on my own. Mom, I'm daydreaming a lot about when I was just a child. I remember how I complained you always came off work so late and didn't pay attention to our family. What did you say to me then? You said it is my responsibility, but I didn't understand it. Now, Belobog is facing a crisis that is growing more and more dire, and I finally understood the responsibility an architect should carry. As the war worsened, I actually joined an unannounced big project recently. Sorry, Mom, I can't tell you what it is, even though you work for the Design Institute. I can only say it involves the most majestic creation of the architects that I have ever seen. I'm lucky as it is just to be part of the team. Well, I never thought there'd be a day when I'd feel so proud of my job. I wish you could see it in action. I swear, any enemy would be stricken by paralyzing fear with a mere sight of it. However, the Supreme Guardian said this creation would only be activated if Belobog stands at the brink of destruction. In that case, I wish you never get to know what we're making. It's a big robot. Spoilers, it's a big robot. Anyways, let's talk about something else. The command center was completed last month and our goods were gradually being moved in. I put a pot of solar flower on my desk and it's growing pretty well. And every time I looked at it, I'd think about the flowers in our living room. How are they doing? You also like to knit while sitting next to the window. Do you still do that? Now that the eternal freeze is getting worse? The gift I asked Betty to take back is to protect your knees. You always said your knees hurt in cold weather. I know a few Silvermanes here who just got back from their mission and they got some Wolfmanes made into knee pads. Please remember to use them. Lastly, this might be a bit late, but I still want to say happy birthday, Mom. Love, Lana. Betty, I got Larry to make a wolf knee pad. Do remember to go to his house and get it off of him. He hurt his leg and can't go to the front lines anymore. Remember to take some gifts with you when you go, and remember to say thank you to him. Don't act like we have no manners in this family. I won't be able to come back for a long time. I was checking the fortifications in the trenches a few days ago and got injured. It's not a big deal, so don't tell Mom just yet. I don't want her to overthink things. I told her that I've been in the command center all this time. I was so busy for the past while and only got around to writing to you now. Now I'm resting around the command center. And he talked to me about how you've been lately. You're really doing so well. You stayed home to look after Mom and are managing your studies at the same time. That really is a lot of responsibility. As your older sister, I'm so sorry that I can't look after you when you need it most. I've seen so much death out here, so for the past while I've been thinking, well, it's not impossible that I might pass away myself. If that does happen, then our family's in your hands. Look after Mom and yourself. I left some money in the house with my savings from the previous job. I hid it in that wardrobe. Hid it in your wardrobe in that spot. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be too hard on yourself if you want to buy something. I trust that you won't waste the money. Although I feel like I don't need to nag you again, but Betty, please don't get upset with Mom. She's just that kind of person, right? Just give it to her a little. Or give in to her a little. Also, there's something I never told you. You see, I always felt you were my cutest and loveliest little sister forever and ever. Your most beautiful and charming older sister, Lana. That must have been as she was dying. And that is a mega sad story. And once again, I feel like that might not be the story that I was looking for. Maybe it is a letter attached to a package. Martha, do you remember Fane? The one who went with you to catch rock crabs? Long face with eyes that made him look like he was always sleepy. I found out that he got into the ancient relic trade. He did that for a few years, but must have gotten into a turf war or something since I haven't heard from him lately. Hi, Otter. I'll give in to her a little. A while back, he uncovered some letters in a machine graveyard that he couldn't sell in the relic market. I don't know why he tried. Anything that isn't a relic is worthless there. He came to me out of desperation and asked if I'd take them. I only purchase aquatic goods, not garbage. If someone brings me rock crabs, no problem, but what am I supposed to do with letters? Anyway, for old friendship's sake, I ended up buying them at a low price. Even after I bought them, he was still trying to fool me. He told me they contained sales reports on aquatic goods, which is why he sold them to me and then not the collectors. Out of dozens of letters, there was only one that mentioned a type of crab, a tunnel rock crab. In all my years of being in this business, I'd never heard of it before. Judging from the name, it's probably related to the standard rock crab, but maybe they're one and the same? I did hear a funny story about rock crabs. Rock crabs never used to hide in the rocks. They only started doing so to protect themselves from the hordes of people trying to eat them. Maybe that's when the crabs changed their name. Anyway, the letter mentioned that there were many crabs in the underground mining area left unattended. They'd caused the tunnel to collapse in less than 200 years, along with the city above. It's been a long time and nothing has changed. The only difference is all the crabs are gone now, probably extinct from all of us eating them. I can tell the people back then didn't know much. They had nothing better to do than frighten themselves all day long. If there was as many crabs now as there were back then, I wouldn't have to worry. The price of raw crabs is high, and they might already be extinct since I can't catch any. I may have to find a different job. I heard you're currently studying history and wildfire. I came across those letters and thought they might be useful to you, so I forwarded them over. All I ask in return is that you introduce me to the chef there. What do you think? What is it that you are thinking? Stop the public appraisal of ancient relics? To all vagrants who dig for ancient relics, regrettably, I will be stopping my appraisal services at the end of this tax period. The consulting location at the market will be closed. In other words, from this day forward, if you stumble over something in the mines, or if your mining team happens upon an ancient weapon, don't think of it as a gift from the gods, and don't bother carrying all that junk over to me. As mentioned above, it's done. I'm done. I've completed the update. Time to go dormant again for 4 weeks. Speaks totally not vodka. I'm sure some of you will be pondering the reason behind me quitting when work is going so well. I suppose I should make an effort to give everyone a proper response. First of all, it's a thankless job. When I started this business, I wanted to use old world manuals I tirelessly collected to help everyone analyze and appraise their ancient relics. That way, everyone would at least have a sense of the items they found and can have a better sense of value when selling the items. Pretty clear for those who know. These days, no one understands how people from the old world built these machines, much less the knowledge they had in their heads. Some ancient relics explode when exposed to air, making it more dangerous than a mine filled with gas. Some were as plain as a metal rod, not unlike the one your wife used to poke the stove. But push the button somewhere on it and it'll be scary as one of your wife's temper tantrums. Let me give you an example. During the last tax period, I received an egg-shaped object. That's right, the kind of egg sold at Belobog Meat Factory. Anyway, I went through all the manuscripts, including old world magazines, and finally concluded that it was some kind of jewelry known as the Ramley egg. Ramlia? Ramlia? I gotta go out and do something. Yay! Oh, good luck, Autumn. Go do the thing. I hope that it will be not nearly as stressful as it could be. Let's start with a question. What is jewelry? After asking old Uther, we learned that jewelry is a type of decoration you can wear. It seems that old world people really had nothing better to do. The old man banged the egg a few times on the table and removed a pin on top, which might have been... Oh my god, was it a grenade? Moved a pin on top that might have been used to hang something on it. Suddenly, the egg started heating up and glowing. It produced a light stronger than hundreds of mine lamps stacked together. Uther might have exaggerated this. The old man could already barely see anything, and now he definitely can't. You could say that I was lucky. When the incident happened, I was in the other room making tea. My eyes were fine, but the old man's son threatened to take out my eyes until I offered him 60 canned goods. You understand now? Putting my life on the line for you guys, but the money you're paying me won't even cover my medical fees. Right, here's the second point. Miners' lamps standards were called into question. Have a nice day. I will disintegrate under the pressure of life. You will fave. Have a nice day. Blurp, blurp. Blurp, blurp, blurp. The area outside Boulder Town is getting more and more dangerous, and more vagrants are coming here. But with more people comes more gossip. I heard enough of foolish things like Balloway is a blind appraiser and any vagrant from Rivettown is better than him. I don't know what game they're playing with this slander, but I'm not interested. Better to simply pack my bags and leave. After all, it should be easy to find a better appraiser, right? I've been faithfully serving you lucky dogs in the past and have never thought of coveting the ancient goods you dug up. The very reason that I'm an honest person and have never done anything to cheat. But what about those outsiders? Can you trust them? They're nothing but a bunch of self-serving scoundrels who only care for themselves. They will denigrate those goods you value, but if you believe their nonsense and sold your goods to them as if you were selling scraps, then they will happily take them and flip them at a high price elsewhere. But Miner's Lamp Balloway is not a heartless person. I can make exceptions. If the treasures you have is of great value, I might still be able to help you check it out. Think of me as being so fervently compassionate about no one getting cheated out of their fortune that I'll break my hiatus for these exceptional cases. But if it's just a piece of scrap, I suggest you find someone else. Balloway has henceforth ended his appraisal services. I don't think still that this is what I was looking at all. Ridiculous. I really don't know what I was looking for. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to go pop over to the place and see what we can find. Huh? Oh, honey. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's out of sync. They're all out of sync. What have I done? That would be 3 hours. Well, we're waiting 3 hours then. I'm not touching them until 3 hours. I'm not doing it. Oh yeah, this might be loud. Huh? Samudratha. In the lightless gloom, it was though he had retreated back into the Vijhara egg, being ceaselessly churned in a sea of waves and elusive dreams. Is that actually Dan? What if that's Dan's, like, brother? What if it isn't Dan Heng, but everybody's like, oh my god, Dan Heng, he's so cute, he's a fucking dragon deer. I don't know. Alright, what the hell I was going to do? Oh, yes. Wait. Didn't he give me a mission? Was my mission to read it? Fuck. Maybe it's in the text thing. Oh, it's completed. Hold on. I need to do a tiny Google about this. Okay, it actually has her name on it. Cyril, an old letter. Let us take a look one more time. I'm not seeing it here. Oh. Oh my god, I think I even saw that before and I said, okay. You encounter a mysterious girl named Cyril in the Fragmentum. Her story still needs to be revealed. Mr. Stefan came to chat once again today and I'm happy. Mr. Stefan first came to our home about 6 months ago. I thought he was just like those other adults who call themselves architects and was here to see my sister. But he was different and didn't ignore me. He always smiles and gives me lots and lots of candy. He also asked me some questions and I got nervous because I didn't know how to answer, but he didn't get angry. He said I was a quiet and good kid. I started keeping a diary because of Mr. Stefan. He said that keeping a diary is a good habit for a lady to keep. He also said that keeping a diary is a very lonely affair and that if I'm scared of being alone, I can just read aloud the diary to him. To be honest, it's really hard to keep a diary because nothing interesting happens to me. I won't read this part to Mr. Stefan, as he'll get sad, and I don't want him to be sad. I wish I were my sister because she knows everything. She always tells me fun stories and is always telling me about the interesting people she meets. It was only later that I realized most of my diary was about Mr. Stefan. Sometimes it's recounting our conversations, sometimes it's recording what I've learned from him, sometimes it's simply recording my mood while I wait for him to visit again. Today, Mr. Stefan and I talked a lot, mostly trying to comfort me as I'd heard some bad news from another kid. I heard that the adults want to take my sister to some place far away, and that I might never be able to see her again. I'm scared because my sister always looks after me and protects me. If she goes, I might get hurt, and I might get even more lonely than I already am now. Mr. Stefan told me that he wouldn't let that happen. He said Cyril is no less than her sister, and Cyril deserves her own wonderful life. I know he's just saying that to comfort me, but it still feels nicer to hear it from him. Before he left, Mr. Stefan gave me a blue stone which, despite its small size, is shiny and smooth. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Mr. Stefan said this present represents our agreement that he will take me out of here to a more spacious and comfortable place. A place without prison, a place with freedom. I trust Mr. Stefan. He's a man of his word, unlike all the others. Today's entry is very long. Longer than the whole of the previous week combined. And I'm a little tired. It's late and I should go to bed. My sister didn't come home today and it's just me home tonight. I'm going to sleep with the gift Mr. Stefan gave me so that I won't be afraid of the dark. Cyril, I've been caught up in some complications and I can't be there with you. I beg your forgiveness and I hope that you always remember that the distance between us in space will not shake my loyalty one bit. No matter what difficulties you face, you can always turn to me for help. I know you must be nervous right now, Cyril, but I hope you can always remember what I warned you before. Don't be intimidated by loud and empty threats. As long as you stand firm and follow my advice at all times, any pushback or complaint is just temporary white noise, something that will fade away as we draw closer to the end of the plan and ultimately become a picture painted together by us. I sometimes still think of you when I met you more than 10 years ago. You were a timid little girl back then, too shy to talk and lacking confidence in yourself. But I found something special in you. A one-of-a-kind temperament that even a genius like Cyrilla doesn't have. And it's precisely because of this unique talent of yours that I've decided to stay with you and help you build up the beautiful future that you deserve. As for your sister, Cyrilla, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find any clues about her whereabouts. I understand how important she is to you, so I'll keep sparing no effort in my search operation. Even without the slightest progress over more than 10 years, I still don't want to give up hope. And I hope you don't give up either. Finally, I'd like to offer my most sincere advice once more. Don't trust those opportunists in your ear telling you black is white and vice versa. They'll definitely use my absence to try and get close to you and control your mind. You have to build a solid barrier and resist their scheming noises. Remember, Cyril, you just have to trust me. I would never lie to you. Your sincerest friend, Stefan. Oh, what if Stefan is from somewhere outside of time? Or what if he's a voice in her head? What if he's a ghost? Yo no sé. But what I do know is that there are missions to be done. Ding. Me back. Welcome back, Matronime.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。守るために打ち崩せ。殲滅開始。
Do I have an Xfinity sponsorship? No.
我
Yeah, that's just an ad. Twitch found a way to like add ads despite ad blockers and all that kind of shit. Oh, who's there? Is that you, Captain? I can't see anything. Is my helmet covered with something? Where are my legs? I can't feel. Apparently he's dying. A guard leans against the wall, looking as if her time has come. And the fragmentum, if the fragmentum can replicate sense, then you should have smelt the thick tang of iron after that wretched barf. Stop talking. Hang in there. Shikarashinote, Captain. I know my time has come. Can you tell me how on the battlefield? You were brave. Brave. My father and mother will be proud of me. Will they be proud of me? I'll never know. I can't go back now. I'm sorry. The poor guard stops making sound. You gently place her body into a sitting position and put her battle-hardened spear into her arms, trying to give her a respectable funeral worthy of a warrior. You salute her in the most ceremonial way you know, as if in response to you, her body, made by the fragmentum, shatters and returns to dust in an instant. Jesus, that was the fucking mission? It's super annoying? Yeah, it's mega annoying. It makes me the big sad. Oh, it does show here how many of them did I have. Well, that's good. I don't have enough for what I want to do, so... Has obtained a big sad. One those, one these. Per golden calyx one time. Okay. Challenge. Start.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもんよ。隠れろ。お、やったな。我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。殲滅開始。守るべき者のために。打ち崩せ。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
Battle over. And that at least will start the timer, so that's fine. These are done. Technically that's done. And I still even have a long time to go for those. But I could get relics if I wanted. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to do main story. Oh no, I want to do side quest first. I don't know. Man, he's so cool. Don't hit her.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。気をつけて。我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
I can do that later. I want to do main story.
大木様はこのことも見通していたのでしょうか。薬王秘伝は樹下の王ラクシを信仰する泉州の大敵。
何者？
同盟は数千年。
How dare. How dare she start talking again when I get into a fight.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。はっ守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
亡者再臨。殲滅開始。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。
我に力を。よし、強化されたらまたやろう。100%。
He was mourning his other dead puppy, and I'm about to dead the puppy. What kind of monster am I?
殲滅開始。
我に力を。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
厄介を避けん。亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
排除する。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもん。我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ケチ、もう少し多くてもいいのに。
Fuck.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。命令執行。
我に力を。
亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもん。
天使を授けん。償いたまえ。命令執行。
守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
殲滅開始。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我に力を。
亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
排除する。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ふん、2倍速ってこんなもん。よし、強化されたらまたやろう。
Oh, that's a big boy over there. Bird. God damn it. I do it every time. That was too ridiculous. Like, this isn't even that hard. But I have made it hard. I see. What have I done? I need to get this out of that realm. Whoops. Oh wait, I need to get it on the other side. Oh no, I've done it again. Wow. My brain extra squishy today. I'll be right back, bird. I'll be right back, big bird. Hold up.
刮目して待とう。
100%。
I'll be right back, big bird. Should have maybe used a different team. Fuck.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。
我に力を。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
厄介を避けん。
2倍速ってこんなもん。
隠れろ。
天使を授けん。償いたまえ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。
厄介を避けん。亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。 やつでいこう。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
天使を授けん。
殲滅開始。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
厄介を避けん。償いたまえ。もうじゃ最後。
Potato, potato, boil them, mash them, stick them in the
ガツンとくる
stew.
やつでいこう。気をつけて。助けてスワロー
命令執行。
グ。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。我に力を。
隠れろ。
天使を授けん。
命令執行。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。はっ。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
もうじゃ再臨。
殲滅開始。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
厄介を避けん。
我に力を。2倍速ってこんなもん。
排除する。命令執行。
100%。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。
我に力を。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
ガードから離れる。
天使を授けん。もうじゃ再臨。
Pew pew! He got them hand lasers.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
ガードから離れる。殲滅開始。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
兵器か。ガードから離れる。命令執行。
我に力を。
兵器か。命令執行。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
ガードから離れる。隠れろ。
What's up, Groot?
避けん。
ガードから離れる。
もうじゃ再臨。
兵器か。ガードから離れる。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。命令
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
兵器か命令執行。
守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
隠れろ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
I forgot there was two dudes there.
亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
殲滅開始。
天使を授けん。償いたまえ。
命令執行。
守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
クラールから離れる。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
兵器かクラールから離れろ。
亡者再臨。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。クラールから離れる。クラールから離れる。
大丈夫、問題はない。
2倍速ってこんなもん。
兵器か命令執行。殲滅開始。
大丈夫、
クラールから離れる。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
クラールから離れる。
厄介を避けん。
クラールから離れる。
亡者再臨。
厄介な連中。
命令執行。
守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
隠れろ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
Power overwhelming. Painful moan amidst the ravaged battlefield draws your attention.
様のご加護を。あなたたちは薬王秘伝じゃない。
Robot.
動かないで。今あんたを助ける方法を考えるから。はい、これを飲めば怪我の治りが早くなるはずだよ。
あなたたちありがとう。だいぶ良くなったみたい。
あなたたちに出会えてよかった。この先に運気群の駐屯地があるの。
Going everywhere else
もし
except
休憩
the
できる場
map.
所を
Yeah.
探しているなら、そこで休むといいわ。
Already found 10 of the 15 chests. Fuck yeah. Gonna go ahead and head out, get started, get started. Okay, Jake, I love you. Have a good day. Hmm.
100%ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。
我に力を。
亡者再臨。厄介を避けん。償いたまえ。
Yeah, I need to make Clara more powerful.
よし、強化されたらまたやろう。
So.
何者だ。来意を明かせ。待て、お前たちは。失礼しました。外は危険ですので、どうぞ中へお入りください。
うちらのことを知ってるの？
将軍様が招かれた客人ですよね。大木様が皆さんの来訪を占い、ここで待つようにと指示を出されたんです。はい、大木様はここに軍を駐留させた後、石膏を連れて前方へ向かわれました。長年影を潜めていた薬王秘伝が現れたと聞いて、みんなビクビクしていたところでして。
ビクビク。
皆さんを迎えられてよかった。皆さんが来なければ運気軍も進軍しないと大木様がおっしゃっていましたので、大木様が戻られるまでどうか陣内でお待ちください。
運気軍が駐留したまま進軍しないとは、どうやら楽観視できる状況ではないようだ。薬王秘伝、この名前は聞いたことがある。泉州の内部に潜んで同盟の転覆を目論む北条の勢力だったと記憶しているが、性格は確かに 北条と関連する異象を引き起こした。まさか薬王秘伝はそれで偽装を諦めたのか。いや、運気軍の主力は少しも被害を受けていない。おそらく俺たちの知らないところで何かが起きているのだろう。大木がいないのなら仕方ない。拠点内の運気軍に話を聞いてみよ
では恩人様たちは拠点を見て回ってみてください。私は少し休ませていただきます。
Look at their little pupper. Label on the package shows it contains some toys. It better be.
あら、恩人様。薬王秘伝の者たちとの話は終わったのですか？いかがでした？あの者たちはなぜラフを裏切るのでしょう。とても理解できません。
あと少しで300年も仕事を続けている老兵でさえあの化け物になるなんて。あと少しで私も。
Courier package in good condition. The digital label affixed to its surface shows that it has not been signed for receipt. Obviously, it was not where it was supposed to be. Perhaps you can do it a favor and deliver it to its recipient, who is no doubt looking forward to it. Trailblazers are always happy to help those in need. Good choice. You crouch down and check the recipient address on the label, and you find so that you can fulfill your noble duty as a trailblazer. Before you can read out the context written on the Shianso language, you are taken aback by a sudden beep. Warning, warning, possible theft detected. Package 81010274 has contacted the nearest Realm Keeping Commission, Chancery. Please cooperate. Oh no, the act of kindness has backfired. You should take off before anyone notices. Don't tarnish the trailblazing name. Still get a praise of high morals. That's funny.
あんなに厳しい訓練を受けている運気軍が暴走するなんて。人間が魔音の実に影響されるのはともかく。
Fresh fruit with distinct edges. Those with weak teeth should stay away from it. Is it these weird banana things? You should. I mean, they're just apples and oranges, dude. Hey, they're fucking apples and bananas, yo. I don't know what the problem is. Huh? Honey, you just have one hanging out here? Is he cool? Deranged disciple. The Cloud Knights are guarding a prisoner who is murmuring to himself.
俺は雷帝になって嵐になった。丹炉の煙で俺は未来を見た。血肉の檻では俺を閉じ込められない。元禄になってあの枝が空を覆う光景を見る。俺は再び変化するんだ。
ここで捕らえた薬王秘伝の狂人たちの中でもこいつは完全に狂っているな。
The alchemist's eyes were unfocused, starting back and forth, as if he were looking at the two diverging ends of a path. The heretical collection, Yaoshi's Manual of Viscerals. After the end of the Theophany era, countless secret believers of the Plague Author wrote books and established schools to argue for the correctness of the heresies. Apart from certain mad followers of Theodicy, there were also some who tried to establish a medical system rooted in the worship of Yaoshi. The most widespread and influential among these books is Yaoshi's Manual of Viscerals. This book is the first to systematically establish the Yaoshi medical sciences, while tightly connecting this science to the worship of the Plague Author. With a negative impact, the book became the beginning of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. The book originally had 75 volumes split into two medical sciences, pharmacology, magic, and artisanship. Now, most of these volumes have been lost. The version currently available is a 4-volume version re-edited from the remnants of the book by the archivists. These residual chapters were mainly taken from books, manuscripts, and private correspondences of the time that rebuke the religion of Sanctus Medicus, and some of them could be inaccurate or plain untrue. Theories of returning from the underworld. An infamous heretical medical text. Its author is very likely an alchemist or healer who continued to worship the abundance in secret after the establishment of the Shianzo Alliance. Theories on returning from the underworld record 16 different outrageous ways to resurrect short-life species after their lifespans have expired. For example, the hive soul technique sacrifices the body of the deceased to the immortal soul snatch bees. Immortal soul snatch bees, letting them parasite the body and turn into a hive, then using the species' hive mind consciousness to achieve rebirth. Alternatively, the blood hatching curse transplants the scale of flesh of the half-human, half-snake cobra kinds into a person to deliberately infect them with the blood fever of the hatching snakes, thus transforming them into long-life species. All these forbidden arts, without exception, require exceptional mastery in methods of such as surgical operations and gene therapy. Some of these are closely linked to the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild, leading the majority of medical historians to conjecture that this book was completed with foreign help. Scripture of Yellow Numa Yang Essence. Scripture composed by anonymous alchemists in the branch of the Disciples Sanctus Medicus, known as the Inner Secrets Sect. All extant copies of this book and replicas of are replicas of the original. Its forward records the process through which this book re-emerged into the light of day. In approximately year 6610 of the star calendar, the Lofu Academy Commission Elixir Research Terrace was conducting an inventory of its books when they discovered this book in their collection by pure accident. The Alchemy Commission at the time sank into intense debate regarding whether the book should be destroyed. In the end, Baiz, the Cauldron Master of the Academy Commission, opted for middle ground. The original copy would be destroyed, but the content will be reproduced and sealed away. Only the Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission, the Chief Healer, the Chief Alchemist, the Lead Medical Assistant, and any officials ranked higher than these positions may consult this book as a historical reference. The believers of the Inner Secret Sect and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus are convinced that the Xiaozuo native bodies possesses circulatory vessels in the branching form of the ambrosial arbor after receiving the blessings of the arbor and becoming long-life species. These circuits lead towards an organ known as the Core S, which is key to the Xiaozuo natives' second evolution, alternatively known as the Ascension. Based on the theoretical foundations of Yaoshi's Manual of Viscerals, the Scripture of Yellow Numa Yang Essence systematically explained the circulatory structure of the Xiaozuo natives. It also proposed that the body should be considered as soil, the breath considered rain, and combined they nurture the Core S, a seed, to spread the circulatory system as branches, finally achieving an inner ambrosial arbor that thrives and grows as an inner secret. The Yellow Numa mentioned in the book's title is an essence that drives the vitals in the theories of the Inner Secrets sect and opposes the black prana that symbolizes death and decay. The author believes that the purpose of life is to maintain the presence of Yellow Numa and let life continue to evolve. The view of the Inner Secrets sect have long been considered superstition. However, it is important to mention that some excerpts of the medical theories have been included in later scientific texts. Divine Scripture of the Secrets and Miracles of Shuhu's Manifestations. One of the scriptures led by the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Its author is Yue Yang, the Foxian Helm Master of the Xiaozu Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission. He was a knowledgeable pilot and also helped the disciples of Sanctus Medicus to thrive as its first Master Primus. According to records in the 10 Lords Commission Book of Imprisonment, Yue Yan witnessed how the Ruin Author's Legion destroyed Muldrassil. Ah, interesting. Not Yggdrasil. Muldrassil. The homeworld of the Wing Weavers after the first denizens of Abundance Wars. Due to Xianzuo's creed of eradicating abominations, the Alliance stood by and observed the entire process. The overwhelming death and destruction shook Yuyan's belief to the core, and he proclaimed that he must rethink about the lifelong species' duty and purpose in life. In the end, Yuyan left his position and drove a starskiff to roam the stellar seas in search of an answer. On the ancient planet of Rahu, he found an emanator of the plague's offer, a living entity called Shuhu. Yuyan witnessed how Shuhu granted life back to Rahu, which had long ago become a dead planet and caused the planet to throb like an embryo in the mother's womb. He followed Shuhu and recorded their healing miracles and various teachings, ultimately composing the scripture. Man, this game is such awesome fucking lore. Pardon? Nah.
あの時は敵に囲まれたと思ってただ逃げなきゃって。
Cloud Knight is studying next to the captive. He steps aside after you explain your identity and show him the general's order.
話が聞きたい。いいけど、そばで傍聴させてもらうよ。ここでの会話は供述書に記録することになっているんだ。
やっと話し相手ができた。堅苦しい運気くんが相手だとつまらなくてな。あの光る種のことかそれなら見たことがある。とても綺麗だった。中を見ていると声が聞こえてくるんだ。
ねえ、カカリアのこと覚えてる？
あれで剣木を蘇らせると海主が言った時は信じられなかったが、何しろあんなに多くの努力を重ね、断命種が何度も代替わりするほどの時間を費やしたのにちっとも蘇る気配を見せなかった剣木だ。だがこれではっきりしたアイオンの力のみが神の見業を再現できる。そう、その通りだ。偉大なる薬王北条よ。ああ、お前も見たのか、剣木が蘇る様の
素晴らしい。
なんと神々しいことか。長命種さえ思い出せない神おろしの時代、薬王北条は剣木をラフに授けた。この神木の力によって人類は数えきれないほどの奇跡を成し遂げたのだ。即上も木務官も自在王神も。それなのに恨めしい要求が全てを台無しにした。真実を隠蔽して薬王の功績を無に返したのだ。しかしじきに我々は神おろしの時代の繁華に戻ることができる。俺たちと共に戦っていた移住を見ただろう。あれは剣木のささやかな恩恵に過ぎない。
もう口を閉じろ。ざれ言ばかり言うドブネズミが。お前たちを待つのは運気軍の審判のみだ。
何をしたかって？同胞たちを直してやったまでだ。貧弱な血肉にとらわれてさぞ苦しんでいたことだろう。
こいつ今すぐ切り伏せてやりたい。
ああ、お前たちにはわからない。短命種にはわからないさ。魔音の実？あれは薬王が授けた第二の命だ。画集を消し去り戦隊をなせ、自由自在の命を実現するのだ。 お前の目に力への渇望を見たぞ。人生は苦しく短い。そうだろう俺がお前を
こいつの光源に惑わされるなよ。
からかっただけじゃないか、お偉いさん北条の祝福がなければ短命種は変化に耐えられない。
Well, that was fun.
あら、恩人様、薬王秘伝。そうですね。ですが、北条の民からすれば、長命種の本性に向き合わず、心の魔を抑え、凡人のふりをして文明社会を維持することも、大人がままごとをするようなもの。それも一種の狂気なのです。先週人は死よりも不死を恐れています。長命を手に入れたというのに、死よりも恐ろしい結末を迎えることになるとは。北条の主とやらは本当に趣味が悪い。あら、恩人様、自業自得としか言いようがありませんね。アイオーンの力を求めようとした時点で、長命を手に入れたというのに死よりも遅い。あら、恩人様、
It's cool that I can listen to all three of
あ
them.
ら、大胆ですね。
Ha!
そのようなことを人前で口にするなんて。ですが、少し声を抑えた方がよろしいかと。運気軍に聞かれたらただでは済みませんので。恩人様は長命を手に入れたという。
Hola, guapo. ¿Qué pasó, estilo? ¿Qué estás haciendo? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Big Angie robot. There's a ghastly paleness in the face of this resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head in salute.
手短に頼む。戦況が逼迫していて、雑談に気を取られている場合ではないんだ。
How's the situation?
大木様の軍令により、我々は数時間前にここを攻略した。今回の敵が樹下の王に仕える薬王秘伝であることを知っ
You
た。
wanted to see the Dino Skellies? Nice. That's cool. We took over this place a few hours under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than disciples of Sanctus Medicus, whose worship Aoshi.
最初は全てが順調だった。薬王秘伝の変人たちも、奴らが操っていた異獣も、俺たちの敵ではなかった。しかし、しばらくすると、くっそ、薬王秘伝め、一体どんな妖術を使ったんだ。
Ooh, he angry.
先週人は魔音の実を人前にさらすことを意味嫌っている。何しろ、魔音の実とは人の実であることを諦め、長命の血に潜む意味物に
Oh, that's something I didn't know.
低級の教えにも背くことになるからな。
So pigs the barbecue? Fuck yeah. I'm pretty excited.
薬王秘伝の所業は同盟の民たちが最も厭う卑劣な行為だ。低級に誓って必ず同胞たちの仇を討ってみせる。
大木様、お戻りになられたのですね。
お前たち待たせたわね。薬王秘伝が何を企んでいるのか分かったわ。
Oh, awesome. The whole gang's gonna be there. I've kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now. Why didn't you tell us about the disciples earlier?
悪かったわね。機密保持のために薬王秘伝の情報は私と将軍の間で止めていたの。
That makes sense. Only because I know them pretty well. Yeah, not because they want to hang out with me or anything, right? Wink, wink.
あれは同盟の転覆を目論む謎の組織。ずっと影に潜んでいたけれど、今回の正確事件でようやく尻尾を出した。そしてこの最悪も彼らと並々ならぬ関係がある。
戦況が思わしくないにもかかわらず、自ら先頭に立ち敵情を視察する君の度胸、感服した。
褒めても何も出ないわよ。元よりボクさんはボク社が自ら得た情報で演算してこそ正しい結果に近づくのだから。
Yeah, so we should greet. Yeah, we should be great. Yes, yes, I'm very excited.
待ちなさい。今、戦況が思わしくないと言った？薬王秘伝が長年の歳月をかけて計画を企て、思わぬ手段を講じてきたのは間違いないけれど、劣勢を強いられているわけではないわ。勘違いしないで。
Awesome. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah. Best to have things done in a week and whatever. And hopefully my jet lag will be chill by the time that happens. Oh, I see. Cool. Yeah, then you guys get to get a little break. Is this a segue into us joining the fray?
気が利くじゃない。おお、大木との付き合いが長くなってきたおかげで、こっちも未来を予知できるようになってる。
That's funny.
それで、今回は何をさせるつもりなの？まさか先頭に立たせて運気軍と一緒に敵陣に突撃させるとか？行かない行かない。うち戦場で酔っちゃうタイプだから。はあ、誰も戦場に行けなんて言ってないでしょ。
You live in the evening or in the morning. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, my big hope is that I'll just sleep through the majority of it. We'll see how it is. But I do. So I love looking out of the window, when I'm flying. So I'm very excited about going and taking a peek out into the great nothing, like the true deep dark above the ocean. I hope I get to see a little bit of it in light as well, where I can see just endless water in all directions.
あれ？違った？将軍が言ったように、お前たちは縁に導かれてやってきた騎兵。運気軍の強行はいわば成功法。木をてらうのはこれからよ。
Yeah, I'm excited.
さあ、こちらへ。
Absolutely will make pics. Pics of the sky and being in the sky, they're some of my favorite.
剣木を賜った後、探偵士はラフで最も重要な士となった。何しろ、すべての戦囚陣を長命種に変えたのも、剣木から数多くの摩訶不思議な技術を生み出したのも彼らだったから。でも短士たちが現状に満足することはなく、やがて命をもてあそぶようになった。剣木の研究は喉の渇きを潤すために猛毒を持つ鳥の羽が入った水を飲む。
No, I don't have any allergies that I know of.
求めれば求めるほどさらに渇きが増していく。
The only thing that I know that affects me when consumed, essentially badly, that would seem kind of like an allergy is actually marijuana. Marijuana is a problem, which really sucks. Makes me sad.
行商に見るは夢の中の夢。変化は心外心に集いて散る。お前たち。
I'm sadly though a really picky eater. Pretty much anything that's a vegetable is disgusting. I like 5 vegetables. I like carrots and peas and broccoli and I don't know what potatoes a tuber. Potatoes are great. I love potatoes, of course, but yeah, sadly, generally most fruits and vegetables I'm not a big fan of. I'm a big fan of meat. You're the same? Ah, thank goodness. So then you understand me. It makes me sad though. I wish that I could eat a lot more, especially because that's the healthy stuff for you, right? That's the stuff I need to live on if I want to survive longer.
大きな暖炉ですね。もくもくと煙が立ち上っています。あれは古の時代、端子たちが先導を極めた場所。あそこで暖炉を築き上げ、原木の力を吸い取り、基礎を現実のものにした。炉の煙が絶えないことから雲下シフと呼ばれているわ。風情のある名前に聞こえるけれど、あそこは平方上の死地。暖炉が消え、雲下がなくならない以上、近づくこともできない。
あれが運気軍が魔音に落ちた原因なのか。
いかにも。
Legit.
薬王秘伝は各同点を漂う煙の中に魔音の実を誘発させる弾薬を仕込んだの。
That water looks really beautiful. I hate veggies, like 90% of them. They make me gag. Like the moment that I chew down on them, ugh, it feels terrible.
煙を散らさない限り、運気軍は戦わずして負けることになる。自分の隣にいる仲間がいつ魔音の実に落ちるかわからない。軍の士気を下げるのに疑心暗鬼は最高の手段でしょ。
運気軍を進軍させたように見せかけ、相手の注意を引き、俺たちは丹炉に向かい煙を止める。そういう算段か。
ええ、100年も潜伏していた薬王秘伝が姿を現したのは自分たちに勝算があると踏んだからでしょう。でも何を企んでいるにしろ、奴らが想定した相手は運気軍であり、お前たちではない。つまりお前たちに対しては何の備えもないということ。ないと考えているわ。あの煙は運気軍のためだけに用意された切り札だもの。剣木はラフの禁忌。先週同盟は遥か昔から独立しているから、薬王秘伝の連中も将軍が外部に援軍を求めるとは考えないでしょう。それなら当然短命種に対抗する策も用意していないはずよ。
慶元将軍の言う騎兵とはこういうことだったのか。
妄言を言うつもりはないけれど、性格ハンターの予言の方が私の牧さんより正確であることは間違いないわ。カフカが求める未来が一つ一つ現実になっている。私も他人の言いなりになりたくはないわ。
Chocolate mousse, hell yeah.
人は運命の道を一人で歩んでいるわけではないし、あらゆる束縛を受けることも避けられない。人々の選択は己を作り上げるだけでなく、共に歩む人たちの背中を押しているものなの。大木の職務は基地を追い、今日を避けること。私は自分の選択でラフを最悪の未来に向かわせたくはない。話がそれてしまったけれど、要するに
That's exciting
何の影
indeed.
響も受けずに炭炉を消すことはお前たちにしかできないの。どう？やってくれるかしら。
そうだ。
分かった。今回はお願いがなかったけど、うちらにしかできないことだもんね。あんたも幼児ちゃんもそう思うでしょ。煙が消えたらすぐに駆けつけると約束する。決してお前たちを孤軍奮闘させたりしないわ。
Come in. Nah, go ahead. Prep.
今から息を止める練習をしても遅くはないはず。
She's practicing holding her breath. That's
ま
funny.
だ炭炉まで距離があるからでしょうね。ヤクリには精通していないけれど、容量を抜きに毒性を語るなんて机上の空論に等しいことだと分かっている。ふん。それでも内心は恐れているの。私の運勢は打剣の間で満ち引きしているの。一せず決断を下せば害はない。私は正気を保つために私の言うことが信じられない。口を慎みなさい。保証ならある。そんなに心配しないで。お前たちはまだ魔音の実の正体を医師たちは魔音の実は記憶に関係していると考えているの。長命種は極めて長い寿命を持っているけれど、記
Oh.
憶の容量には
So that's what they were talking about with that.
数百年、数千年が経つと長命種は感情の閾値が上昇していき、記憶は年月を重ねた摩耗の中で希薄になり衰えていく。そう、長命の最後には快楽も幸福も存在しない。苦痛だけが傷跡のように心を蝕んでいくの。そういった極限の感情の中で人としての自我が崩れ始める。これで分かったでしょ。それなら安心だね。うちそもそも何も覚えてないし。いいえ、まだ分かっていないようね。魔音の実は記憶ではなく感情それほど多くないわ。ほとんどが惑わされた短子か意志で移住を操って戦ったり短躍で身体を強化したりしても、これだけ力の差があるというのに奴らは潜伏を諦めて行動を起こした。炭炉が消えて煙がなくなったら、なんかさ、長命種は長く生きられるけど、悩んだり苦しんだりするところはうちら短命種と変わらないんだね。待ってって、もう炭炉の近くなのになんでまだ帰らないの？ご心配なさらずとも、私なら大事ありません。
What?
それに将軍様に命じられた以上、
You see, I'm worried about her. She gonna become a bad guy.
帝雲さんの命に関わることだ。もう帰った方がいい。将軍には俺たちから説明しておく。
本当に問題ありませんのに私は長年宇宙を航行していますが、実際に閲歴と呼べる年月は十数年程度なのですよ。そう考えるとむしろ皆様の方が年配かもしれませんね。 煙が薄くなった気がする。
いや、まだだ。先を急ごう。
100%。2倍速ってこんなもん。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
亡者再臨。殲滅開始。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。
命令執行。俺を
100%。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。
天使を授けん。
ヤールから離れろ。
亡者再臨。
我に力を。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。2倍速ってこんなもん。よし、強化されたらまたやろう。早く閉じて。なんで。
何者。
100%。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
隠れろ。命令執行。
大丈夫。厄介を避けん。
命令執行。
亡者再臨。
我に力を。
兵器か。
大丈
ヤールから離れろ。
夫。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
殲滅開始。ヤールから離れろ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。よし、これで任務完了。よくやってくれた。今から軍を率いてお前たちのところに向かうわ。丹路が消えてしまった。問題ありません。
Oh, why, hello.
来るべきものが訪れたまで。
Of course I'll marry you.
お前だったの、タンス。お会いできて光栄です、大木様。あまり驚いていらっしゃらないようですね。
Oh, this was the blind lady.
薬王秘伝が探偵士に隠れていることは将軍も私も知っていたわ。ただ確たる証拠がなければ六氏を審判することはできないから、お前自ら飛び出してくるのを待っていただけ。ちょうどよかったかもしれないわね。正確の邪推を泉州に引き入れ、 剣木を蘇らせた上、人々を魔音の身に貶めた。これらの大罪、すべて獣王氏に清算してもらいましょう。
大罪。私が罪を犯したというのなら、泉州の祖先たちも大罪人ではありませんか。北条の賜物を受け、子孫たちを長命種にしたのは彼らなのだから。薬王秘伝はただ彼らが歩んできた道をたどり、さらなる調達を求めたに過ぎません。それに何の罪があるというのでしょう。その時、剣木の根は泉州ラフを包み込み、まるで生きているかのようでした。我々は政界において他の追随を許さない存在になった。全ての人々が得道して仙人となり、自由自在に変化することができたのです。北条の賜物が9層の泉州に降臨する、なんと輝かしい時代だったことか。それに比べて今の泉州のありさまを見てください。要求に惑わされ、北条の民によって幾度も途端の苦しみを味わってきました。その上、獣王氏には長命を諦めることを強要されている。ああ、嘆かわしい。無知を責めるつもりはありません。私たちは剣木が誕生した時代に生まれ、その奇跡を見届けたわけではありませんから。しかし、まだ機会はある。今から個性を取り戻して。
どんなご公説を持ち出すのかと思えば、力を求めるだのなんだのと、ありきたりな言葉ばかりじゃない。泉州の祖先たちが帝宮と共に戦い、獣王氏を設立して生死を定めたのは、再び人間として生きようとしたからよ。仙人？泉州に仙人などいない。北条の見業も生死を操ることも、お前たちのしていることは人ならざる外道の所業に過ぎないわ。
お話になりませんね。大木様、あなた様は選択をなさった。力を諦めるという選択を。そしてそれはとても愚かな選択であると言わざるを得ません。大木様、仙人たちが成したことをもう一度お見せしましょう。
バトル体験を改善しないと。2倍速ってこんなもん。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。どんな隙も見逃さない。我に力を。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
殲滅開始。
亡者再臨。天使を授けん。
ありがとう。
償いたまえ。
忘れません。すぐ餌にかかる。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我に力を。
危険指数低下。隠れろ。
すぐ餌にかかる。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。はっ。クララもみんなを守りたい。バトル体験を改善。2倍速ってこんなもん。
お別れの時だ。
我に力を。気をつけて。
役王よ、我が元へ。
守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
亡者再臨。
その命は取る。
私を楽しませてくれる？ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我に力を。へえ、リポップした。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。バトル体験を2倍速ってこんなもん？
殲滅開始。
厄介を避け。
ナイスヒーリング。
償いたまえ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
現行の力。増加は心にあり。
我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
いい度胸だね。亡者再臨。
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん？
沈黙よ、我が身にまとう。
大丈夫。天使を授けん。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我に力を。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
気をつけて。
花を守り
たい。助けてスワローグ。
私は信頼した。
ベレシコ。
厄介を避け。
ナイスヒーリング。
償いたまえ。亡者再臨。
私を楽しませてくれ。バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん？我に力を。へえ、リポップした。
食材の時だ。
私を楽しませてくれる？我に力を。
勇気を出さなきゃ。気をつけて。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
身にまとう。生死の変
化。我に力を。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
お別れの時だ。
バトル体験を2倍速ってこんなもん？
なぜなの。彼女は確かに金木は降臨する。不朽の戦句を携えて。性格を授けた者がそう言っていた。元老百王秘伝は成し遂げました。絶滅大軍も約束を果たしなさい。今ここで。
あらあら、どうして私
Yep,
の
I
手
knew
を
it.
汚させようとするのでしょう。これでは私の壊滅の美学に背いてしまうではありませんか。虫けらが。戦士を内部から解体するには 他の手を考えなければならないようですね。はあ、残念。もっと観察したかったのに。王女の恩恵を受けたんですもの。
壊滅の祝福に耐えられるのも当然だろ。本陣の皆様、改めて自己紹介させてもらう。
Fucking awesome!
わらわこそは絶滅大君元老。こたびこの地へ訪れたのはこの泉州に混沌を呼び、自ら滅びへの道を歩ませるため。
天運がレギオンの絶滅大軍？一体どういうこと？落ち着きなさい。大敵を前に心を乱してはダメ。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。避けられない一戦。
我に力を。
私はガツンとくるやつでいこう。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
大丈夫。クラーラもみんなを守りたい。
食材の時だ。亡者再臨。
隠れろ。
すぐ餌にかかる。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。代価を払ってもらう。バトル体験を改善。2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
我に力を。
すぐ餌にかかる。
お別れの時だ。厄介を避けん。
ありがとう。
償いたまえ。
忘れません。気をつけて。
さ私を楽しませてくれる？
クラーラもみんなを守りたい。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。バトル体験を改善し2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
我に力を。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った。守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
いい度胸だね。
That's not what I wanted to do.
殲滅開始。
すぐ餌にかかる。代価を払ってもらう。
我に力を。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
泉州に目をつけたのは風縁でも聖書でもなかったことに感謝するがいい。わらわは自らの手で壊滅を作り出すのが嫌いなのだ。あの将軍はよほどわらわを舞台に上がらせたかったらしい。そこまで期待されては仕方がない。拙いものだが披露させてもらおう。そろそろ時間だ。この役者どもと心ゆくまで楽しむがよい。
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
我に力を。
お別れの時だ。
勇気を出さなきゃ。
殲滅開始。
クラーラもみんなを守りたい。大丈夫。
私を楽しませてくれる？ ガツンとくるやつでいこう。避けられない一戦。はっ。
天使を授けん。
ありがとう。
償いたまえ。
忘れません。
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。代価を払ってもらう。我に力を。へえ、我々はとうに嵐に踏み入った守るべき者のために打ち崩せ。
打ち崩せ。
危険指数低下。
気をつけて。
いいか。亡者再臨。
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。我に力を。私ガツンとくるやつでいこう。バトル体験2倍速って
Very interesting.
お別れの時。
クララもみんなを守りたい。
助けて。
へえ、リポップした。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。避けられない一戦。我に力を。私を楽しませてくれる。
How dare.
つまり今までうちらと一緒に行動してた帝雲はレギオンの人間だったってこと？
Chocolate? Are you excited, NEBB? Hello, I love
帝
you.
雲の体はあの子の体はどこに行っちゃったの？幼児ちゃん、幼児ちゃんなら何か知らない？
He's like, hey, old man, what the fuck just happened?
あの炎は絶滅大君元老を自称した。この名前は以前他の七死人から聞いたことがある。彼女はナヌークの帰化にして七大君の一人。凡人の自滅に執着していて、多くの生命が彼女に誘われ、未来永劫の深淵に落ちていった。
それはつまりあの天白氏の娘は元老に惑わされてレギオンの手先になったということ？
いや、それはわからない。元老は精神と物質双方の壊滅を、心の崩壊による肉体の滅亡を好んでいる。だがテイウンさんの言動は惑わされたり操られたりしているようには見えなかった。もしあれが本物のテイウンさんでないとすれば、元老が化けていた可能性が高い。
幼児ちゃん、それってつまり本物の帝雲は…
すまないなのか、まだはっきりとしたことは言えない。本物のテイウンさんがどこにいるのか、いつすり替わったのか、あの体が消えてしまった以上、俺たちに調べる術はないんだ。これはあくまで個人的な推測と希望だが、もしあれがテイウンさんだとしたら、わざわざ元老が証拠を破壊する理由がない。亡骸を敵の前に投げ捨てた方が彼女の壊滅の美学にふさわしいからな。そう考えると、俺たちの混乱と猜疑心を煽り、自分の毒策にはまるよう仕向けることこそ元老の真の目的なのかもしれない。
なるほど。薬王秘伝が反乱を起こしたのもレギオンの大君と裏で手を組んでいたからなのね。奴は先習人の姿に化けて性格をラフに持ち込み、私たちを自滅させようとした。奴の狙いは剣木に違いないわ。剣木に手を加えることはラフの根源を奪うようなもの。そうすれば容易に先週を覆滅できるでしょうね。もう時間がない。急いで奴を止めるわよ。聖査に乗ってすぐ前に見えるのが剣木を封印している導天林縁橋よ。さあ出発しましょう。
出発。 I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and call it for the morning. It's been fun. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me this morning. It's always a pleasure. I don't know when I'll be seeing you. It might be tomorrow morning again. A lot going on right now. It's a good time. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.